Welcome to our Saskal podcast. My name is Sharon Kavu and I am your host. And today we are talking about the WIMA's Geoportal, how to access it, how to utilize data from there, and what it is about, the journey, when it started, conceptualization, operationalization, and upscaling. So in the studio, we're joined here with Saskal software developer, Mr. Albano Dos Santos. Welcome, Mr. Albano.
Hey, Sharon. Good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Indeed, it's a pleasure to have you in this podcast session. So for the benefit of our audience, may you share the journey of the WIMA's Geoportal from the time it was established until now, meaning from the conceptualization phase to the operationalization and upscaling.
Thanks, Sharon, once more, and a good afternoon also to our audience. Before I start talk about WIMA's, let me give you a background of what GMS is. An initiative between the European Union and African Union commissions so that African countries can take advantage of the European infrastructure of the Copernicus space program and explore the Earth observation satellite data to respond to the global environment needs and also understand and mitigate the effect of climate change by providing information for sustainable development in Africa.
Okay.
That was the first step, which also initiate or served as the first step toward the formalization of an African outer space program and AU Agenda 2063 framework, which focus on creating a well-coordinated and integrated Africa space program.
Interesting.
Yes.
So okay.
And was from that moment, the WIMAS now was born as an online platform for monitor wetland conditions using information derived from Earth observation satellite data from Copernicus mission. And also to support the river basin authorities and professionals from various sectors in Southern Africa.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So this platform, the WIMA's Geoportal, who has access to it? Who has access to the portal, and how can one access the portal?
Yes. In 2018, we developed together with private sector the WIMAS platform, which is available online. The idea in 2018 was just to establish infrastructure. And we started with a first basin, Cuvelai. Out of the 4 basins, we populate Cuvelai with land use, land cover, water quality, and also wetland extent and soil moisture index data. However, in 2022, we upscaled and operationalized the developed phase 1 Geoportal with more data, and also we incorporate it into the dashboard the high resolution data.
All right.
From Copernicus Sentinel and the land use Landsat. And the Landsat.
Okay. All right. So now, when this was being developed, now we are in phase 2 with the WIMA's Geoportal, right?
Yes.
So now,
and sorry, Sharon, just to mention, users can access the information through an online dashboard from www.gmsandafrica-geoportal.saskal.org.
All right.
Yes.
So anyone can access?
Anyone can access. In addition, we developed a mobile application where user can download through our link. I'm sure Sharon will provide it. And they can install the mobile application and go on field, collect their own data, also to compare if the information that we have on the dashboards are speaking to the same information that they are able to see on the ground. Additionally, we have a mapographic, which is a compendia of map and statistics for decision making. They can use it and easily have a clear picture of what is happening on the ground in terms of the water, if the water level has increased or decreased, and take the right measures. And finally, we have QGIS plugin. Users can also use this plugin to access information on our database and cross with his own information to validate Earth observation satellite data.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sure.
anyone has access to this platform now, which means various people from different various fields, and they have access to this portal and they use it for
Yes.
different things. So
Yes,
now,
Sharon.
may you explain now to the audience how the Geoportal can be used for economic development in communities across the Southern African region?
Yes, no, that's a great question. Just to mention that product and service developed for WIMAS were in consultation with key users, such as farmers, students, women and men, and also environmental authorities. And one of great work I can highlight here was a soil moisture index. I will tell you the integration of a WIMAS Geoportal soil moisture index has significantly enhanced Cuvelai, one of our users from Cuvelai, the ability to support communities by providing near early flood warning.
All right.
And also to enable farmers to take proactive measures by redirecting flood waters to protect crops and enabling fishers to strategically preparing to maximize their yields. And during either periods of high water or flow. So this just to mention that leveraging the soil moisture index service can guide anyone, end user, or farmers to in optimal land use, including identifications of areas for crop, or even maybe, let me say, or the horticulture, while also give them an indication if there is a need for irrigation practice and align the area with ecosystem preservation.
Okay, so in other words, the communities that are benefiting, some of them are benefiting directly, and then others are also benefiting indirectly, because now they're benefiting from the researchers that are advising them, to maximize their yields on this pool when they're doing fishing. If it's agricultural activities, then they know how to strategically position themselves,
Yes.
to increase their yields. Okay, so now in terms of policy making, how can this platform help decision makers in terms of policy designs and policy making, as well as SASCAL? What have you done to also ensure that the policy makers are also involved in the process? Because considering the fact that this WIMAS Geoportal is very essential also for decision makers in terms of policy designs and policy making.
All right. Sharon, Saskao has been working close to policy makers from all the countries where the four basins are. I tell you, we work closely with, for instance, here in Namibia, we work closely with Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform. But there are also other users, part of our strategic users from all countries where the basins exist. And in addition, we work with local authorities and also private sector and researchers. And one of output or a tool that we use for informing policy is our mapographic. Like I said, it's a map with statistics where decision makers can have access of what is happening or have clear information of what is happening on the ground by just having a clear understanding of what the mapograph can tell them or can inform them in terms of statistics. If there is a need, what is happening with water? If water has decreased in the past of years or it has increased. This is one example. I can also tell you how is the condition of soil. We are having a soil is in higher condition, which is prone and good for exploring agriculture, or if soil is in low conditions, which require now measures from the government to support that areas because maybe they are going through a desertification situation, and when there is desertification, it means the communities around that areas they may not produce agricultural activities. There is where now the policymakers can come in and support them. And all of these I have mentioned is by using satellite information data.
Okay, so I don't know, maybe if you can just summarize as we're concluding the aspects of the mapographics, how we understand the Saskao printed mapographics, how are they distributed, and who are the targeted audience for this?
Yes, thanks, Sharon. That's great. It's good for me to mention that indeed we have printed out at the moment 50 copies of mapograph, hard copies, and we have a plan for distributing to our 30 key users and also our strategic users. And those include ministries, national remote sensing centers, environmental institutions, and also the basin commissions in the countries. And we are at the moment we are targeting more than 40 institutions that will receive these hard copies. But we have also planned to distribute the soft copy to anyone who wants to access the mapographic.
Okay, thank you very much for that, and it's so detailed, and we really appreciate the time you've taken to also deliberate on this matter, joining us in this podcast session. And to all of our audience, if you have any questions in regarding to these discussions, maybe you want to have a better understanding of the topic being discussed, please feel free to send your questions, your comments on the comment sections. And for those who are keen on going to the dashboard so that they can have access on the We Must Geoportal data, The link to the portal is on this text for the podcast session. Please visit. Let us know what you want to know, what you want to hear, so that we can further give you a better understanding. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to us. And Mr. Albano, thank you for the show.
Welcome.
Bye for now.